Hi everyone, welcome back to Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi, and today we're going to be playing through story mode with Takenaka Hanbei. Let's have a look at him. He's got a really good musical theme. So Hanbei was a strategist of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and you can see Hideyoshi down there in the bottom right corner as my computer ally. So Hanbei uses a snake sword, or like a chain sword if you want to think of like Ivy from Soul Calibur or something like that. So he's a really good strategist, and he's also a rival of Kojiro as well, and he's also been able to thwart Motonari Mori's movements before as well. So Hanbei and Hideyoshi, along with Nagamasa, were three characters that were in Basara 2 and Basara 2 Heroes, but then they were absent in Basara 3 and Basara 3 Utage because they passed away between the events of the two games. So in Hanbei's case, he passes away due to illness, and Hideyoshi, of course, gets killed by Ieyasu, or, I mean, we just did Ieyasu's story mode a few episodes ago, so we saw that that may or may not be completely true. Let's have a look at Hanbei. So they were kind of... He and Hideyoshi and Nagamasa were brought back for Basara 4, partially because of their popularity. They're also quite plot relevant, and Basara 4 kind of is a prequel slash reimagining slash question mark alternate universe question mark. So they retell some of the events of the other games, so that's why they're still alive in this game, because some of the story events take place before their death, or some of them take place afterwards. It's a little weird. So here's Hanbei's regular outfit. You can tell he's quite an elegant guy. Wears like a mysterious mask over his eyes as well. And so for joke weapon, Hanbei has kind of a unique one. It's like a train, like a bullet train on a sword hilt. So I imagine when he shifts it into a chain sword, it breaks apart at the various compartments of the train, which is kind of unique, but a little unexpected. Not really what I would think of for a joke weapon, but again, Basara thinks outside the box for some of these things. Let's have a look at Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi's a pretty big guy. You can see his in-battle model too. He's huge, towers over the other characters. So Hideyoshi fights with his fists, kind of like Ieyasu, but he's more of like a wrestler type instead of Ieyasu's more like a boxer type. So this outfit is another one from the collaboration with Japanese pro wrestling. Let's look at his weapon. Oh, that's just a normal weapon. I don't remember what his joke one is. Did I skip past it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's cute. Look at his oven mitts. He's ready to bake you some pies. So Hideyoshi's a pretty important character in the Basara universe. Of course, historically, Hideyoshi was retainer of Oda Nobunaga, so after Nobunaga passed away and was killed by Mitsuhide, then Hideyoshi avenged him and basically took over the country. And Hideyoshi was kind of an exception in Japanese history because he was originally born a peasant, so it was kind of unusual for a peasant to climb the social ladder and reach such a high status. And he went through a few name changes throughout his life, and one of his nicknames was Saru, meaning monkey. Due to his physique, he was said to be kind of short with some odd proportions, so it wasn't really a flattering nickname. I think in Basara they kind of made him ape-like to kind of reflect that. He's kind of like a big gorilla, kind of like a big monkey. His fighting style involves like a lot of like picking people up with grabs and throws and using them basically like ragdolls and bludgeoning soldiers using other soldiers. It's actually quite amusing. He's quite fun to play even though he's not usually my type because he's a slow character. So in the context of Basara, he was friends with Keiji early in life, and earlier in his life he kind of seemed happy, but then he encountered Matsunaga Hisahide. And so Hideyoshi basically tried to investigate Hisahide, and he was overtaken by Hisahide, and he was captured and tortured and basically forced to suffer through a bunch of displays of basically his weakness. And so by the time Keiji rescued him, Hideyoshi, his entire stance on life has changed. He's decided that strength and power mean everything in the world, and so he wants to create a powerful country where people can stand up for themselves. So unfortunately, like, he kind of changed in a way that Keiji didn't really like, and their friendship became very strained. So he grew to power, becoming very ruthless after Nobunaga passed away, and later on he gets killed by Ieyasu, one of his retainers, because Ieyasu doesn't really agree with Hideyoshi's ruthless methods. Now, of course, we saw in Ieyasu's story, in this game, it kind of retells that story in a different light, so go check out my playthrough with Ieyasu if you're not sure how that turns out. But in the events of Basara 2 and 3, or between the two games, Hideyoshi gets killed by Ieyasu, and so Mitsunari follows in Hideyoshi's footsteps and raises the Western army, and Ieyasu raises his army, the Eastern army, I'm getting them confused, basically to oppose Mitsunari. Hanbei, who is Hideyoshi's tactician, also passes away due to illness around this time. So that's why they're gone from Basara 3, but they're quite popular characters, so they're back here. Let's go play story mode. Okay, so we're starting to get to characters that I don't play as much, or ones that I haven't invested as much in. I think I can still manage above regular difficulty with these guys, so let's give it a shot.
Hanbei様。
どうした半兵衛。
いや、まず落とすべき国はどこか、歩むべき道はどの方角か考えていただけさ。
そうか、信じるぞ。お前が下すその決断を。
ああ、任せてくれ、秀吉。
将軍足利義輝は乱心した。このままでは国が滅ぶ。今こそ豊臣が天下統一を果たし、日の本を救い守る時。
その通りだ。残された時間は長くはない。僕たちが道を示さねば。
One other thing about Hanbei I forgot to mention too is that he's voiced by Akira Ishida, so you might recognize his voice. Okay, so we have Naotora's dojo and a duel at Masamune, or we can do Keiji's stage with the party. Let's try Keiji's party stage, since it's an actual stage, unlike the other two. So again, these characters are not ones I usually use, but like I do like their personalities and their designs and stuff, but I don't play them very much, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this doesn't go horribly wrong for me. I mean, can't go as bad as it did with Sora and Hideaki. I found those two, even though I played them more often, they're difficult to use. It was too difficult on that high difficulty for them to make a nice let's play. Okay, so you can see my Hanbei is glowing purple, and that's not because he's sick. So he has a move that buffs him and gives him this purple glow, and I have a special inscription equipped on his weapon that makes it so he is permanently in the stage unless I turn it off. So I believe the skill is like he unleashes his like fury. So usually he's very calm and stuff like that too. So this is kind of his like battle version, I guess. So his regular attacks, let's have a look at them. So pretty regular. Now the cool thing about him is that if I hold the attack button down, then his sword will be the whip state instead. So if I hold it, you see he has extra range. It's a little clunky to be holding the button between each attack though, and you gotta time it kind of right to get the combo going. So here's like his regular triangle move. But if I hold the button down, so he'll knock an enemy into the air. It's kind of like a throw as opposed to the regular one. Here's his guard stance. You can see he stretches out his sword into the whip state. And then we can do this attack. So if I just press it normally, whoops, then he'll do this, but if I hold it, then he does the whip version instead. You can combo it. So here's another move. So I think this one always comes in whip state. Then I have this move, a bunch of rapid sword slashes. If I hold the button down, it has a much larger range. Here's his taunt. Jumping attacks. I think if I hold the button down, yeah, he'll do a different one. Here's a heavy. If I hold it, then he'll give it more of a flourish on landing. Let's look at his R2 moves. I think these are some of his best moves. So this one is the one that triggers this powered up state. So I'll keep that on, so I'm not going to use that move. So this one's pretty fun. He changes into this like dashing stance, so now he's running around. And the cool thing is if I attack during this, he'll swing his whip around, and like the more enemies he hits, like he gradually speeds up, and it does a lot of damage, and I can stop it with a swing attack. Like that. I like using that one a lot. It's great for traversal. And here's this third one. So you kind of create a area of dark rain, I guess. Let's try his, I want to show you his grab moves on some of these enemies. Look at them just partying, just cheering along. Too bad I'm here to crash it. So that move is a grab, this one. So he hits them. Okay, let's turn into the dash form. Remember, on this stage I need to build up combo to get the party meter going. So it might be a bit easier with... Party's getting started, boys! You're building up combo really fast with Hanbei. You can see the stage is growing a lot faster with him. See if we can take over more bases while building our combo. Actually, this stage is quite easy to build up the high combo meter if you have the roulette mode on and you're playing as the Rising Sun. I did that the other day, it was pretty fun. Oh, I caught the boss. Is that Toshi or Matsu? I can't tell. I'm stuck on the stairs. Ah! Come on. Keep building that combo. I'm almost there. Oh, stop taking your bases back. I'm just trying to have a combo party here, guys. I gotta take care of this guy. Ah, stop it, Toshi. I'm trying to party. Stop it. Stop it, Yo, Toshi, hey, please. Ow. My combo meter's not really rising much. Out of people. Out of people to hit. Come on. That like barely did anything. I think it's because I killed most of the enemies. It is also a bit harder to do the combo if you're not doing it on like the lowest difficulty. Where's Matsu? Okay, I didn't build the combo up high enough, so Keiji's gonna appear in the middle of the stage instead of in a special area. Yeah, stop spamming that move, that's probably... Look at that epic gameplay, Kiro just spamming the same move over and over again. Let's try his Basara move. There you go. I realized I forgot to show off this move. So there's moving triangle. So if I just stab forward, or if I hold it, he'll do a chain whip stab instead. I always forget one move when I show up the moves. There's just too many for me to remember off the top of my head. Not that there's too many moves in this game, it's just I'm always in a rush to do the actual gameplay, so I forget some of them to show off, but like I've said before, Basara I think has just the right number of unique moves for every character. Just enough to keep it interesting, but not enough to overwhelm you. But of course all the moves have like hidden properties and stuff too, so...
Hanbei様、秀吉様がお呼びです。
ああ、わかった。ところで三成君、初戦での君の働きぶり、本当に見事だった。次も頼んだよ。
は、身に余るお言葉、光栄の至り。
君は判断に迷いがなく、行動も迅速だ。その長所をより生かすため、情報収集を徹底するといい。
はっ、尊き教え、この胸に刻み込みます。
僕はもう長くは持たない。少しでも多くのものを豊臣に残さなければ、それが僕の生きた証ともなる。
Let's see what we have up next.
峡谷の姫が姉上、近海に巨大な欧州にて巨大半兵衛様、お尋ね者を発見しました。
Okay, Yoshiaki, duel with Nagamasa and Oichi, Mochika. Okay, not very much to choose from here. Okay, let's do Mochika. Actually, you know what? We haven't done the duel with Nagamasa and Oichi yet, even though there's not really much to it. But I guess I might as well show it off to you, even though we did do it with Maria though. Well, that's really all there is to it.
いや、しかし姉上に何かがあってからではな。
姉様を心配したって仕方ないわ。こんなのいつものことでしょ。
それもわからないではないか。
なるほどね。東国殿が。これはいいことを聞いた。感謝する。
すまぬ。我が姉の行方
There's
を
the fugitive.
いや、良いんだ。これは我が家の問題だ。
ねえ、もしどこかで姉様を見かけたら。
しかし、貴でなぜこのようなところに。もしや、我らを妨害することなんか。
Look at Luigi, they're frozen in midair.
手がかりなしか。おのれ、姉上め。
That's so sad the way she cries out Nagamasa's name when you kill her. It's still such a shame Oichi doesn't have her own stage in this game.
まだ時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。
I do like how elegant Hanbei's moveset is. It flows really well. Originally I didn't really like Hanbei's design too much, or I didn't think much of it. But like many characters in Basara, they grow on you. Mostly because I started the game, or I started playing the series with Basara 3, and Hanbei's not in Basara 3. And then I went to go try Samurai Warriors, and even though I know Basara is better than Samurai Warriors in like gameplay and characters and stuff like that too, I do like the Samurai Warriors version of Hanbei, because he's like a Shota. He's got a nice design, and so I was like, oh, I think I like this Hanbei a bit better. But of course, Basara blows it out of the park with personalities and movesets, so I'll take that.
失礼する、賢人よ。
大谷君か。僕の策に何か不備があったかい？
不備と申さば不備よな。主の余命が幾ばくのものか聞かせ願いたい。
なるほど。君には隠しようせないか。確かに僕は病に侵されている。でもまだ大丈夫さ。
さようか。
さようだ。心配をかけてすまなかったね。
主の仰せ信じるとしよう。今日のところは賢人重々ご無理なされるな。
心配はないと言っているのに、 さすがに疑り深いな。
地下に誰かがいる。オートマザビーランドは伝令宇宙の我が輩。
Okay, let's do Zabiland. I want to show off what it looks like if you don't kill Muneshige before you reach Soren.
待たせたかい？
ついに1023カ所目のザビーランドが完成しました。開園セレモニーの用意ですよ。
ガッチャ。
Oh, there was a horse on the last level. I should have shown off Hideyoshi's use of the horse. I'll show it off later if I get the chance, or do it in free play after. So Hideyoshi is a kind of a slower character. He's not as slow as like Shimazu or Kanbei, but he's not as fast as some of the other characters in the game. You can see the way he runs is kind of intimidating, like a big, like, wild bear or boar charging at you. He's a pretty big guy. You can see, even compared to Hanbei, he is huge. And so you'll see that when it comes to fighting the other soldiers, like Hideyoshi's hands are gigantic. And the reason why I mention that is because part of his moveset involves picking people up and flinging them around. So here's his regular attacks. So at the very end, he will pick someone up and basically lift them over his head and slam them to the ground. If he catches anyone in this move, like this. If you hold the button down, now this is where the fun part comes from. If you hold the button down, and you can do it during any of these attacks, what he'll do is he'll actually pick up whoever he's hitting, as long as they're not dead. And the rest of the attacks, he'll just continue doing the move, flinging the person around in his hand like a rag doll. Basically using enemy soldiers as bludgeons or as weapons of his own, which is actually quite impressive, if not a little bit scary, but also kind of hilarious. So we'll get a chance to see that later. Here's his guard animation. And his moving attack. I use this one a lot just as a gap closer. So this one, he'll pick people up in midair and basically like slam them to the ground. This is another grab where you pick someone up, you throw them, and then you do a bunch of punches in the air. Then there's this move. Basically just kind of, he roars, you can hold it down too. And everyone around him gets knocked down. Let's look at his R2 moves. So that looks really cool. He does get a little bit of super armor on it, but you know, I don't really like moves with large wind-up time in Basara, because usually someone hits you out of it if it's like a boss or something. But I love that imprint of his fist that he sends. It's pretty cool, pretty intimidating. The thing is, this one, same type of idea, except this time he slams his fists together. It's pretty cool. Oh, this one, yeah, that one's a grab. And he'll do a bunch of attacks and throws if he gets the enemy. He has a lot of pretty cool grabs and throws, being a wrestler. I'm forgetting a move. Oh yeah, there's this one. Wait, no, that's not the one. Which one am I thinking of? Oh, no. I'm forgetting a move. He has another move. No, it's not that one. Because there's one particular move I know that he has. Oh, silly me. It's just the regular triangle move. See, I always forget something. So his regular triangle move, I can't believe I forgot this. So you can make a mountain or like a little boulder. If you press it quickly, he'll do it really close. If you hold it, he'll do it far. Now the nice thing about having it far is that you can, if you go up and use your holding attack on it, he'll pick up the rock as if he picked up the person, and you can just use it in your regular attacks, and then eventually you can throw it when you don't need it anymore. How do I throw this? I know there's a move for that. Or maybe it just gets thrown after a while when he no longer needs it. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's wrestle some guys. See, look, if I see now, look, I have a guy in my here he died. So fragile. See, look, I'm just carrying the poor guy around, and then I can use him as a weapon. Let's do a grab. Oh, it's like an Akuma grab. I just punted him. Oh, that's pretty cool. So he just kind of dropped to the ground like a badass. Grab one of these guys. That is cool. We have mid-air attacks, I forgot that. Help me out, Hanbei. Oh, there's no one there for you to grab. See if I can grab someone. There you go. Okay, then. Okay, I want to do this one. But I need to hit them in midair. How do I knock someone in midair? Oh, there we go. I guess I could just grab him like this and then bam. You know, just pick up the look at even this big guy. I can pick him up. It's ridiculous. Use him as a weapon. Here, and so if you don't have a guy you can pick up around because you're fighting a boss, you can just create one by making a boulder. Ah, come on. Give me this. No, I wanted the boulder. So some of his moves change if you're actually like holding someone at the same time. He'll fling them around and stuff instead. There we go. Now I have a boulder. Give me that extra range. Oh, I can't run with it. It's kind of slow. This is so fun. Pick up a guy. Just fling him around. Okay, so we're gonna leave Muneshige alone.
最後はショーを彩る背景を決めるのです。
一人でも多くの人が心にザビを宿しますが、あなたはパルティシャンに勝るとも劣らぬ一切。私が言うのですから間違いありません。
もっとパワーに頼りなさい。敵の道場を変えますよ。
Okay, let's run away from Muneshige. And take a souvenir with us. Grab this guy. Oh, goodbye.
怪しげな乗り物を発見。なんだこの乗ってしまいたい誘惑は。
開演セレモニーの準備が整いましたね。さあ、レッツザビーショータイム。ステップやまないノリノリのダンスビートの中、私たちの捧げる祈りが。
Wow, that was such a fun roller coaster. Okay, I'm taking you with me. Come on. Let's go.
ザビー様は言いました。You 好きにしちゃいなよと。ゆえに好きにしちゃいます。
Alright, I can't pick up Soren because he's on a machine.
素晴らしい愛のセレモニーであなたの信仰心はもうマックスでしょう。今すぐ入信なさい。埴輪には埴輪、庭には鶏ですよ。あなたがザビー教徒となればきっとミスター豊臣も
僕を殺すさ、躊躇なくね。
How do you get up there? So now Muneshige's here too. Can I pick up Soren? Oh, I can! Look! Hey Muneshige, you want your master? His machine just spawns and despawns. Wonderful death animation of Soren's. Oh, I need to taunt. Yeah, look, I'm invincible. Can I taunt with him? Yeah. It's even more ridiculous with the zombie outfit.
Maだ時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。
So you can see why Hideyoshi is kind of hard to fight as a boss character, because he picks up your character so much and does all these moves and drags them around. It's kind of terrifying.
すまない秀吉。兵への指示を思い出した。先に行ってくれ。
わかった。先に行く。早く追いつけよ。
いよいよか。だがまだダメだ。まだ死ねない。まだ僕は道を示せてはいない。急がなければ。残された時間は あとわずかだ。僕にできることは何だ。僕のすべきことは。考えるんだ。豊臣のために、秀吉のために。この限られた時間で僕は何を残せる。考えろ。
いよ河野軍が千利休。
近頃は獣。
半兵衛様、おた。
Okay, so we're gonna do the drama route. So we'll pick Ieyasu stage. Oh, I can't use Hideyoshi. Okay, hi Hanbei. Why did it default to Hanbei? I guess Hanbei used to work with Hanbei at some point in time. Who do I want? Who would make sense? Maybe Mitsunari. Maybe I'll go with Mitsunari. Okay, it's a good thing we used Hideyoshi before that happened.
もうすぐ小牧長久手か。盤石な豊臣の治世を実現するためには、やはり家康君の力は不可欠。今の豊臣でそう考えているのは僕だけだろう。そして彼を連れ戻すことができるのも僕だけだ。よし、三成君はついてきていないね。来ないよう言い聞かせるのには少々骨が折れた。あの家康君への執着は彼の心の脆さとなるかもしれない。それも何とかしておく必要があるか。まったく手間のかかる。これじゃあまるで子守だ。頼む。ここまで来て僕を裏切らないでくれ。あと少しでいいんだ。僕に時間をくれ。待たせたかい？君を連れ戻しに来たよ、家康君。君は豊臣の未来に必要な人材だ。
You guys know how much I love this stage so much.
わしは時をかけすぎた。その果てにようやく見つけた答えがこれだ。さあ、わしと結ぼう。たゆまぬ絆を。
Ieyasu, why do you have to be so plot relevant to everyone?
半兵衛殿、わしは豊臣に戻るつもりはない。
だろうね。
Ow, stop canceling me out of my moves.
僕
Ow.
自らがこうして説得に来た。
半兵衛殿、一体何を企んでいる？何かの時間稼ぎ。
時間稼ぎね。僕にそんな余裕はないさ。
とにかくあなたの言葉は信用でき。忠勝、まだ無茶はするな。
やれやれ、時間がないというのに。
At least I can use my movement skill. Oops, that's not the one. Good thing this one lasts quite long and the end animation's actually not too bad compared to Motochika's, which is not very good.
人心掌握、指揮能力。君は り君もしのいでいた。若手としては驚くべき資質だ。三成君も君のことを今も意識し続けている。
Help me out, Mitsunari. Come on. Don't be a freeloader.
せめて今一度語り合うべきだ。
Ow. Stop it.
なぜあなたがそうまでしてわしを。
僕は僕の誠心誠意を君にぶつける。もしそれが可能なら
Oh my god, these boxes are always so sturdy.
耳を傾けるな、戦って罠に違いない。
家康君、君が思い悩んでいたことは知っている。そして今も君は力を否定しきれていない。君は自分を弱いと思っていたようだが、それは大きな間違いだ。
あんたら血も涙もねえ。ただかつとの戦用の貴重な功労が。人組を無駄にするな。使えるものは利用するぞ。俺に絵が描けりゃあの戦いぶりを世に残してえが。一人のために兵士総出で、これが絆か。こやつらを放っておけば大変なことになります。
Cool, I can activate that in midair. I was just wondering, I was like, does this move work in midair too? A lot of the moves in Basara, like sometimes you can use some of them in midair and they'll have like different effects too. Another one of those like tricky things that they don't tell you. Back here.
三河の武士は粘るが売りだ。そうだろうみんな。
家康様を乗せて飛ぶのが忠勝様の生きがいなんだ。この翼だけは何があっても譲れねえ。
Come on. There.
忠勝様、もう一度見たかった。
邪魔だ。ここをどきたまえ。
歯車が欠けてしまってはもう。
カコン君でもあるまいし、健康一滴など通らないさ。
カブもなければ即死だ。この衣も持っていこうかな。ちょっとビリビリしびれるけど、かえって体にはいいかも。
I'm lucky they're not very good at aiming those machine guns sometimes. Come on. I have a box to catch. I love this attack so much. Like 50% of this episode is just gonna be me spamming that move. Oh, you want some of this, Takatsu? You want some of this? Well, too bad.
俺も英雄になってやる。そんなよりによってあの武器を。
家康君の裏切りを許してもいい。君が豊臣に下るならね。
Where is he? There he is.
奏でよう。
シャワンの期待を裏切るな。
In a way, I kind of like the double Basara attacks or the Giga Basara attacks because some characters don't have great regular Basara attacks or ones that you have to control or aim, but this just equalizes everything. But on the other hand, it's a little bit more boring because the you can partner up with anyone. That's why they made it so that you just show 2 paintings with like a generic animation, because you can't make custom animations for every possible pairing within 40 characters.
君は主の行く末が心配なのだろう。徳川が僕の話に乗れば、少なくとも豊臣に狙われる立場からは解放される。たとえ僕の言葉が信じられ
Yeah,
ない
guard this Takenaka, come on.
君が豊臣の中にさえいれば
That's not a challenge.
主を守ることはたやすい。
Don't make me use maximum style gauge.
そして何より君に知ってほしい。秀吉の力は民を苦しめるのではなく導くものであることを。
Stop dodging my moves.
きっと家康君にも分かってもらえる日が来る。
者ども、ここで力を示すが、誠の
Can you use that move in midair? No. Ah, no, no, please don't electrocute me.
僕に任せてくれ。
Might as well take over the last base.
悪いようにはしない。絶対に。
So I know you don't have to kill Takenaka, but I always feel like I have to. To flex on my power. And show him who's boss. No, stop. Stop hitting an ill, sick man like me. I say that because Hanbei is very obviously sick. Like I said before, that's how he passes away between Basara 2 and 3. Now, don't make a whirlwind, please. There we go. If you can't tell already, this is my favorite move for Hanbei, and pretty much whenever I play him, I just spam this move. Okay, come on, Ieyasu, show me what you got.
Hanbei 殿、あなたらしくない。強引すぎる。まるで生き急ぐかのような。まさか。
そうだ。僕にはもう時間がない。
I never showed off Mitsunari's Basara attack when I did Sakon's episode.
秀吉のそばにいられるかわからない。
Come on, give me some Basara.
あなたは命を賭してここまで来たというのか。
そう。この役立たずの体に鞭をしてね。おかげで随分と余命が縮まったことだろう。
本気なのだ。本気でわしに
Oh, that was not a very good angle.
やっと分かってくれたかい。
三成、あいつがわしを許すはずは。
三成君についても君は誤解しているようだ。彼の表面上の堅くなさにとらわれすぎている。
ではわしと三成にまだ祝い直せる絆があると。
少なくとも僕はそれを望んでいる。三成君も心の内ではきっと。あとは君次第。考える時間は必要だろう。だが必ず戻ってきてくれ。願わくば僕がいるうちに。
So I was gonna say that Mitsunari's Basara attack, he like runs forward with his katana slashing, and then he disappears, and then you just see the after slashes of his katana, and then he jumps in the air and you actually see the moon overhead before he slashes, but there was like a thing in the way, so we didn't see it. I will be doing a playthrough with Mitsunari story mode too. I feel bad because the first couple episodes of this series, I wasn't really sure how I was going to do it. I thought I would do it with all the characters, but I know now I was going to do like maybe half the cast and half the other half as just the computer allies. And then when I showed off Mitsunari's moves with Sakon, I did it like in the middle of a stage, and then I didn't actually use it on any enemies, and then you didn't see his Basara attack. So I think I should actually do it. Plus I want to show off Yoshitsugu, who's going to be Mitsunari's partner in that episode. I really like this music track. I say that about a lot in this game, but this is one of my particular favorites. I use this track as a inspiration for my Final Fantasy XIV character, Yishen. Like, the music track is very like triumphant, but like action-packed at the same time, but like thoughtful. So I really like it. Oh, we're fighting Mitsunari. Oh, okay, that's an interesting choice. I don't remember Hanbei's story. Should I be fighting Mitsunari with Mitsunari? Nah, why not?
あとは家康君の決断次第だ。
半兵衛様、先ほどの病のお話は誠でございますか？急ぎ古紙を用意いたしますれば。馬上では御身に負担が。どうかご自愛を。
君たちのような配下を持てて僕は幸せだよ。ありがたいけど古紙はいらない。そう、その代わりと言ってはなんだけど、一つ頼まれてくれないかな。
はは、なんなりと。
僕の最後のわがままに付き合ってほしい。三成君も沢山城を攻めるんだ。待たせたかい？
半兵衛様、家康のもとへ向かわれたのでは？
さて、覚悟してもらおうか、三成君。僕はもう秀吉には従えない。
バカな。半兵衛様が離反？ありえない。これは悪夢だ。急げ！門を閉じろ！こいつであの門をこじ開けてやりましょうぞ。状況開始。ついの制御は我ら工場部隊にお任せあれ。
Come on, Mitsunari, let's go kick your own butt.
おおよそ狙いは察するが、うがった覚悟をしたものよ。
大谷君、君なら察してくれていると信じるよ。
左上追発進。命に変えても通してみせます。
This one's already like dead.
とりあえず俺が突っ込むよ。三成様は
Oh, I thought I had more range on that. あ!
どこまでも突き従う所存。
Here, get some HP on this thing. This one survived for quite some time by itself. Even though I did clear out the enemies near it to begin with.
Scanned未来もかけなきゃ離れていっちまう。さあ、一発勝負だ。島左近。
Hey Sagan, you're so cool, but I gotta do this.
三成様を思えばここを通すわけにはいかんのだ。
Oh, here he comes. Oh, you dodged it with Koi Koi? How dare you?
思惑があるみてえだけど、こっちは知ったこっちゃねえっつうの。俺は何があっても三成様を守るって決めてんだ。相手が誰だろうと関係ねえんだよ。
三成君への思いか。それは三成君が秀吉に対して抱くものとどちらが強いのかな。
実際そんなのどうでもいいっしょ。俺は俺、三成様は三成様、あんたはあんただ。
健全なことだ。結構君はそのまま育つといい。いつか三成君の後を継げるようにね。
左上追配備完了。生き残れた。
先読みが甘いよ大谷君。君の傭兵はその程度だ。
主ほどに働けとは極めて酷とも思えるが。
Let's build up some Basara for Mitsunari.
左側は力だ。その重みよくよく心得てくれ。
任せてよ。なんとかなるっしょ。
遅く巧みな策謀のみでは軍師としては不足だね。時には拙速が勝るんだ。
耳に痛みしことの葉より甘んじて受けたまわる。まあよかろう。我が引き受けてやるまでよ。無情せい説問。
教えてくれ。君はなぜ死にに行く。
You know, of all the Toyotomi characters, Sakon really does not fit in just because he's so like cheerful and joyful, and his color scheme is like colorful compared to everyone else who's like dark and purple and black. Mitsunari, Yoshitsugu, Hanbei, Hideyoshi. I mean, I guess Ieyasu doesn't really fit, but I don't really consider him part of them because mostly we see him after he's defected. Well, I can press the button to make this last longer. I should have known that. The nice thing about that move is you can cancel out of it early, so if I don't want to continue doing it, I can just let go and finish it. So I'm not committed to it. Not stuck in the animation lock, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna break down the walls of my own stronghold, since I am Hanbei.
哀れみをもって君を葬ろう。
おお、来たか。主も見やれ。天外に咲くすみれ色の星を。我はな、あれが欲しくてたまらぬらしい。
三成君には告げないでいてくれたようだね。それについては感謝するよ、大谷君。
やれ、荒領事にも程がある。主の残りを考えればわからんでもないが。
本人にも言うつもりだが、三成君の欠点はやはり精神力の脆さだ。
かしこんで拝聴しよう。
どんな窮地でもとっさに正しき判断を下せる。願わくばそんな強い心を持ってほしいものだ。
それを三成に求める。
Wait, I want to show off Mitsunari's
角を貯める気もするが。
Basara attack.
まあよかろう。
Preferably in a place where we can see it.
主のやり口遮りはせぬ。それにつけても手厳しいもの。
Don't you dare, Yoshitsugu.
君への評価。気にしていてくれたと。
It's kind of annoying because he's ranged.
この先軍師を担えるのは君だけだからね。どうしたって厳しくなるさ。諦めてくれ。
Did I just hit Hanbei? I mean, I don't think I did, but it looks like I did. I just want to show off that moon that appears overhead during that part, which is pretty cool. Where are you? We'll see more of that during Mitsunari's playthrough. As you can tell, I'm also the type of character that, or the type of person, me as a character, I'm the type of person who likes to save my Basara skills for bosses, even though I'd probably get more mileage out of them if I just took out like crowds of enemies with them. I'm always that type of person in games. I hoard resources, just in case, because you never know. I'll finish the game with like 1,000,000 potions and elixirs. I'm that kind of player.
三成君、君はいつまでぼうけているつもりだ。そのざまで本当に秀吉を守れるのか。半兵衛様、半兵衛、竹中半兵衛。
Snar's mad.
侵略。たとえ無慈悲とそしられようと。
予測通りに動いてくれてありがとう。
This one isn't even damaged. You guys suck. Oh, this one's... Wow, this one really suddenly got wrecked.
それがし音もつかませる。
後悔するかい。君たちと違って僕には捨てる命がないんだ。
誰一人として遅れる中で出撃。そろそろお前も城を持つべき頃はよとそう知ってくださったのに私は期待を裏切るのか。
大丈夫か。君ならやれると信じているよ。
わかりました。作動を追い待機。ここを破ればいよいよですぞ。ごと責務達成。あとはお願いします。我らが大将。受けては絡め取られる。しかしかわすもしないよ。すでに許可はいただいている。永劫に仕え続ける許可を。シ色の雲よ、火を隠せ。この心に刺す明るみよ、一つ残らず消滅しろ。
Okay, Mitsunari, let's do this. Let's take down Mitsunari, Mitsunari. You got this, Mitsunari? We'll do this, Mitsunari.
秀吉様の御心を汚した大罪人が原点1。この程度の裏も読めないようでは先が思いやられるよ。感情の高ぶりでたやすく瞳を曇らせる。その悪癖は早く直してくれ。なんだと。危なっかしくてとても秀吉の左腕の座を任せてはいられない。君が判断を誤れば誤るだけ兵らが勝てる。結果秀吉の身にも危機は。
半兵衛様、半兵衛様、私は何という秀吉様のご親友をこの手で。
いいんだ。どの道残り少ないこの時間、 秀吉の左腕たる君に新たな教えを施し導けたなら、秀吉のことは任せたよ。君ならばきっと秀吉を支えられる。それに君を支える左右の系譜もいる。きっと何もかもうまくいく。
それは一体どういう。半兵衛様、半兵衛様。
行くぞ三成、我が左腕よ。
はっ。半兵衛様、豊臣は必ずやこの私が。
Poor Hanbei. I mean, at the very least, he kind of passes a lot more peacefully than a lot of the other characters from the Toyotomi faction, from illness instead of in battle, like infighting against each other. Which I guess means he didn't really live to see Ieyasu rebel and kill Hideyoshi either. So as far as he's concerned, like, they were still together, like a big happy big happy family of conquerors until he died. It's like Keiji's party stage, the duel against Nagamasa and Oichi, Zabiland, Ieyasu stage, my all-time favorite, and Mitsunari stage.
舞台は整った。あとは僕たちの夢を叶えるだけだ。
その時代は1000年の時を超えて繁栄を極めるのであった。
So that was Hanbei's story. I do want to play a little bit with him in free play because I want to show you two things actually. Let's see which stage I want to show this on. Okay, I think this one would be a good one. And I also want to bring Hideyoshi with me, now that we can use him again.
Welcome. 猿の楽天が目に浮かぶぜ。まあ、奪い返されねえためにも。
互いに足を引かぬよう、ただ一心に努めるのみ。
不思議と腹は立たないものだ。取り戻せると分かっているしね。
熱血野郎なんだ目じゃねえ。総大将は竜王だ。合格などとは認めはせるぞ。総大将は雪村様だ。
So there's two things I want to show off on the stage. I could have picked Masamune's stage. We did that one on Sasuke's playthrough, or Yukimura's playthrough with Sasuke at the end. First of all, Hanbei has a rivalry with Kojiro, so he has a special cutscene with Kojiro I want to show. It's kind of neat. But also, more importantly... Okay, see this horse? pretty small, right? Hideyoshi would have a pretty hard time riding this horse. Can you guys stop talking? I'm trying to talk here. Jeez. Okay, so I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, see, look at this horse. It's kind of small, right? Kind of small for Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi's a big guy. Remember how Shingen needed 2 horses so he can stand on top of them and look cool? Well, not to be outdone, Hideyoshi, What's his horseback attack? What? He only hits to his left? How am I gonna hit anyone on my right side if I do this? It's even a single hit, he doesn't have a double hit. Anyways, look. The horse isn't good enough for him, so he has to replace it with a better one. Can I ride this one now? Oh, not good enough for you, Hanbei. But Hideyoshi... Can I really not hit people on my right side? This one? Okay, I guess it sweeps. Money!
Let's go!
Give me all that money! Oh. He's going the other way. Where is he? See, I can't tell if Masamune and Yukimura are working together here, or if they're fighting each other, because they're still trying to take over each other's bases. That was pretty cool. I keep missing. Looks like Hideyoshi's got him though. Oh, okay. I guess I'm a bomb guy now. Let's transform back. Let's catapult ourselves back. Oh, there's still an enemy here. Gotta get back before Sasuke takes over my base. That didn't even bring me all the way there. Lame. Where are you, Sasuke? Oh, there you are. Ow. Oh, you got him, Hideyoshi. Thanks, Hideyoshi. Oh, come on, I was hoping to get Musashi. We haven't gotten the bomb or the skull and crossbones very often on the roulette, so I was hoping to see Musashi appear. For those of you who don't know, or I can't remember if I said this before, so one of the skull and crossbones options for the roulette is Miyamoto Musashi appears. He was a previous Basara character that was playable, and now he's just... Well, he hasn't appeared in a few games, but in this game he makes a cameo as a character from the roulette, so he'll, instead of transforming into him, he'll appear, and if you kill him before he runs away, then you get a bunch of coins. And he fights with an oar, because he famously dueled Kojiro with an oar. I don't want to be a bomb guy now. I'm so glad that doesn't actually use your Basara meter to do the Basara attack as a transformed character. Ow, 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 ow. You're just a random guy, how are you supposed to do damage to me? Or, you're just a random guy, you shouldn't be able to do that much damage to me, that's what I meant to say. Wait, where am I? Oh, on this side all the paths are blocked off except for there. I don't know, half the time I don't know what I'm saying when I'm playing. I'm trying to get better at making commentary when I'm playing games, but... So I hope I'm doing okay with that at least. Oh come on, I don't want to be this... Turn back. They took their base back, how dare! I'm not going for it. No time. Anyways, what I was gonna say was, like, I used to be the type of person who didn't understand the appeal of watching Let's Plays. I was like, well, I would just rather play the game, or I would rather watch a no commentary gameplay game through, so... Hopefully, I'm making it worth your while to watch these. Sounds good. Oh my gosh, I destroyed them both.
だとしても俺は諦めねえ。
These flags are in my way.
望みのままに誰もが必ず立ち上がる。
Hideyoshi completely wrecked them. I mean, it's no wonder he's the boss character of Basara too. And I'm playing this on easy, or normal. One thing I did want to say though about Hideyoshi is that, well, maybe I'll wait till the results screen.
時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。
So what I was gonna say was, like, Hideyoshi is a grappler character, right? And so I kind of talked about this before, but I think Basara is really designed quite smart because, like, normally if I was playing like an RPG game, like a JRPG, you fight like a variety of different enemies, like beasts, dragons, plant monsters, fish, you name it. So you won't really be able to have grab moves for every enemy. So, but because Basara, you're fighting all humans, you can do a lot of these fun grab moves because most enemies are human shaped and able to like adapt to the throw. Now you would think that with Hideyoshi, you're fighting like a crowd, you're fighting a group of people, so it doesn't make sense to do grabs on single enemies, but they've very ingeniously made it so that when he grabs someone, like, he still does damage to everyone around him. Like, he flings the person around and he drops them to the ground and it makes a shockwave and boulders come up from the ground. It really does make it worthwhile, even in a crowd setting, to fight with grappling moves, because, grappling moves don't make sense to use if you're in a group. So I really like that about Basara. You get to have all these fun grab moves and throws on not just Hideyoshi but other characters too, and they look flashy and cool, painful for the target, but yet you can still do damage to the group. So, just my thoughts. So with that, we are finished Takenaka Hanbei's story playthrough and a little bit of extra. I hope you enjoyed. There's still a few characters left I have to do, but we're getting close to the end of the series. I'm still having a lot of fun with it, but I am looking forward to playing another game after a while, but I'll always love Basara. I think I'll always come back to this game in the future. Maybe even do some live streams of it, since it's a game that I think is very live streamable, because there's not a single player linear story, so you can switch your characters up and play big stages and try out different things. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.